सर एक बार ये चेक करो, रिकॉर्डिंग स्टार्ट हो गया है क्या? ओके नहीं सर मैं ही कर लूंगी, आप क्यों कर रहे हो ये? ठीक। So today we are going to start photoelectric effect, and in the previous classes I told you that there are few concepts that was not explained with the help of classical mechanics, and that concept was photoelectric effect. First was the photoelectric effect, second was Compton effect, next was black body radiation, and next was Raman scattering. These are few concepts that was not explained with the help of classical mechanics. So to understand these concepts, we require quantum mechanics. So first we will discuss what is photoelectric effect and how to explain this photoelectric effect with the help of quantum mechanics. Sir, जब ये recording हो जाएगी तो ये कहाँ store हो जाएगी? ऑटोमेटिक जारी होगी. तो जो आपका फोटो इलेक्ट्रिक इफेक्ट है, इट कंसिस्ट ऑफ टू वर्ड्स, फोटो एंड इलेक्ट्रिक. फोटो मीन्स लाइट एंड इलेक्ट्रिक मीन्स इलेक्ट्रॉन. फोटो इलेक्ट्रिक इफेक्ट कंसिस्ट ऑफ टू वर्ड्स, दैट इज light plus electron. So these are the two terms which are very important to understand the phenomena of photoelectric effect. Means for the phenomena of photoelectric effect, we will take any surface. This is a surface. I can take any metal surface. This is a metal surface, and on this metal surface, I am falling few radiations of some fixed frequency h mu. Of fixed frequency h mu. तो यहाँ पे मैं few frequency radiations I am falling. Then what will happen? These radiation will interact with this metal surface. After this interaction, there is a ejection of electron from this surface, and these electrons are called photoelectrons. These electrons are called photoelectrons. Means what we are doing? We are falling the light on any metal surface, and then from this metal surface electrons are ejecting. So this complete process is called photoelectric effect. This complete process is called photoelectric effect. Now if we want to define the process of photoelectric effect, then how you will define? This is a schematic diagram to understand the concept of photoelectric effect. If I would like to define the definition, so you can write it is a phenomena. It is a phenomena by which radiation, or you can say light, of certain frequency, falls on metal surface. Falls on the metal surface, then electron will ejected from this surface which is called photoelectrons, which is called photoelectrons, and this complete process is called, this process is defined as photoelectric effect. This process is defined as photoelectric effect. So what are the crucial parameters to understand the phenomena of this photoelectric effect? Basically, we have three phenomena which plays very important role for this photoelectric effect. So what are these factors? First factor is frequency of incident light. This is the frequency of incident light. Second factor is intensity. Second factor is intensity of incident light. And third factor is nature of metal surface. Nature of metal surface. Because to understand the phenomena of photoelectric effect, we required only two things. First, we required this metal surface. So nature of this metal surface is very important कि आपका जो ये हम मटेरियल ले रहे हैं ये किस तरह का मटेरियल है. It can be alkali metal, it can be some other metal. There are so many material which are available in the periodic table. So depending upon this material, the ejection of photoelectric effect will be different. तो ये इस मटेरियल ऑफ दिस सरफेस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इन फोटोइलेक्ट्रिक इफेक्ट. सेकेंड, दिस इंसिडेंट बीम, जो हम इंसिडेंट रेडिएशन फॉल करवा रहे हैं, तो व्हाट इज द फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑफ दिस इंसिडेंट रेडिएशन. तो इट हैज सम फिक्स फ्रीक्वेंसी और वो फ्रीक्वेंसी किस पे डिपेंड करेगा? इट विल डिपेंड अपॉन द नेचर ऑफ दिस मटेरियल. तो सेकंड पैरामीटर, फर्स्ट पैरामीटर इज द फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑफ इंसिडेंट रेडिएशन विच आई मेंशन्ड हियर. सेकेंड पैरामीटर इज इंटेंसिटी ऑफ द इंसिडेंट रेडिएशन, कि यहाँ पे जो हम रेडिएशन फॉल करवा रहे हैं व्हाट विल बी द इंटेंसिटी ऑफ दिस रेडिएशन. एंड थर्ड पैरामीटर इज द नेचर ऑफ दिस मेटल सरफेस. सो दीज आर द थ्री पैरामीटर्स which are very important in photoelectric effect. Now we will discuss how these parameters will depend. So to understand this, I am taking two different types of metal surface. Suppose in first case, I am taking alkali metal. Alkali metal like sodium, potassium, like this. I am taking, you can take the example of sodium. So when this material is consists of this alkali metal, then what should be the frequency of this incident radiation? So for this alkali metal, the frequency of incident radiation should be of the order of visible region, visible range. It should be the order of visible range. Having order that is 10 raised to power 4 into 10 raised to power 14 hertz to 4 into 8 into 10 raised to power 14 hertz. So you can take sodium, potassium. These are the example of alkali metal. So if the frequency of incident radiation is small than this frequency, अगर आपकी जो frequency है that is small than 10 raised to power 14 hertz, then there is no ejection of electron take place. No ejection of electron will टेक प्लेस. व्हाई? बिकॉज यहाँ पे जो हम अल्कली जो हम नेचर ले रहे हैं इस मटेरियल का, दैट इज अल्कली मेटल. और अल्कली मेटल लाइक सोडियम, पोटेशियम, तो इसके अंदर जो हमें रेडिएशन अल्कली मेटल पे फॉल करवानी पड़ेगी, उसका जो रेंज होगा दैट शुड बी द ऑर्डर ऑफ विजिबल रेंज. विजिबल रेंज का जो ऑर्डर है उसके इक्विवेलेंट होना चाहिए, दैट इज इक्विवेलेंट टू 10⁻14 हर्ट्ज. इफ the frequency of incident radiation is small than 10⁻14 hertz, then there is no ejection of electron will take place. So you can say there is no photoelectric effect. You can say there is no photoelectric effect. Similarly, you can say, so this frequency is called threshold frequency. So this is a minimum frequency which is required for the ejection of electron from this metal surface is called threshold frequency. तो यहाँ पे term आ रहा, that is the threshold frequency. So if you want to define this term, so how you will define? This is a minimum frequency which is required for the ejection of electron from a particular metal surface. That frequency is called threshold frequency. So in the case of alkali metal, our threshold frequency range should be order of 10⁻14 hertz, right? Now if I replace this alkali metal with some other material for your better understanding, if I replace this alkali metal with the zinc, or if I replace this with zinc or magnesium, if I replace this alkali metal with these two material, so will the range of frequency will be same or not? So answer is no. So in this case, visible range will change. So in this case, the range of frequency will increase from 10⁻14 to 10⁻16. That is the order of ultraviolet region. So for these types of material, the range of frequency should be the order of ultraviolet region. If frequency is less than UV range region, then there is no photoelectric effect take place. Photoelectric effect become fails. Photoelectric effect become fails. So from these two examples, you can see that what is the role of this material as well as role of this threshold frequency, frequency of this incident radiation. Because अगर हम material को change कर रहे हैं, then the threshold value of this frequency become change. कि initially हमने अगर alkali metal लिया तो उसके अंदर threshold value कितना होना चाहिए? Order of visible range. And if we replace with zinc, then this order of incident radiation become range of ultraviolet region. So depending upon different material, we have different value of threshold frequency. And threshold frequency is very important in photoelectric effect, because थ्रेशोल्ड फ्रीक्वेंसी से अगर आपका फ्रीक्वेंसी कम होगा इंसिडेंट रेडिएशन का, यहाँ पे मैं थ्रेशोल्ड फ्रीक्वेंसी को किससे डिफाइन कर रही हूँ? म्यू नॉट. It is a frequency, so I am defining this with the mu naught. So from these two examples, what we conclude? We conclude that if the frequency, here mu is the frequency of incident radiation, this is the frequency of incident radiation, and mu naught is the threshold frequency. Mu naught is threshold frequency. So if mu is less than mu naught and second case is mu is greater than mu naught, we have two types of possibility. First, frequency of incident radiation is smaller than the threshold frequency, and second is frequency of incident radiation is greater than threshold frequency. So in first case, there will be no phenomena of photoelectric effect, and in second case, the phenomena of photoelectric effect will take place because frequency of incident radiation is greater than threshold frequency, and this is a very necessary condition for the occurrence of this photoelectric effect. And if this condition is not satisfied or fulfilled, then you can say there is no phenomena of photoelectric effect take place, right? This is a basic introduction of photoelectric effect. Next, we are going to discuss the experimental demonstration of photoelectric effect. Second is experimental demonstration. How to demonstrate this photoelectric effect experimentally. अभी तक हमने इसको theoretically भी discuss कि what is the phenomena of photoelectric effect and on which factor it depends. Second, अब हम discuss करेंगे कि experimentally how to demonstrate the phenomena of photoelectric effect. So for this we required some components, like we required one quartz tube. This is a quartz tube. This is a quartz tube. Which is fully evacuated. कि there is no air. कि इसके अंदर complete vacuum maintained है. And here I am designing one window. This is a window in the quartz tube from where we are following the radiation of some suitable frequency for the occurrence of this photoelectric effect. In this quartz tube, we have two electrodes. I am saying this is electrode A and this is electrode B. We have two electrodes, A and B. These are two electrodes, and then we prepare one circuit. This is a voltmeter, and here we are having a microammeter. This is a voltmeter and this is a microammeter. Microammeter is used to sense the generated current due to photoelectrons. तो जो फोटो इलेक्ट्रॉन से जो करंट जनरेट होगा, दैट करंट इज कॉल्ड फोटो करंट, दैट इज जनरेटेड ड्यू टू द इजेक्टेड इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. नाउ वी हैव वन variable battery like this. This is a third is variable by voltage, because here we are varying the voltage. We are varying the voltage. अभी आवाज नहीं आ रही क्लियर मेरी? हेलो शुभम.
मैम वीडियो क्लियर नहीं थी.
वीडियो क्लियर नहीं आ रही, ऑडियो क्लियर नहीं आ रही है.
वीडियो मैम ब्लैक बोर्ड विजिबल नहीं है.
रिफ्लेक्शन आ रहा है ब्लैक बोर्ड पे?
यस मैम.
कहाँ रिफ्लेक्शन आ रहा है? यहाँ दिख रहा है? ये थोड़ा डार्क लिखूं?
यहाँ पे रिफ्लेक्शन है मैम, इस साइड सही है.
इधर सही है?
इधर नहीं है मैम, उस साइड सही है.
उधर सही है?
राइट साइड.
राइट साइड.
यस मैम.
Okay, so I will try to write all these things on the right side. So what I am saying कि now we are discussing the experimental demonstration of this photoelectric effect, so we required one quartz tube. हमने एक quartz tube ली है, and here we are having two electrodes, electrode A and electrode B, and this electrode A I am saying which will eject the electron. Because these two electrodes are treating as plate. Okay, we have one metal plate A and second we have metal plate B. We have two metal plate A and metal plate B. Then this metal plate A, when light will fall on this metal plate A, so what will happen? Due to the phenomena of photoelectric effect, it will start to eject the electron from its surface like this. It will start to eject electron from its metal surface. So this metal plate A is called ejecting plate because it ejects the photoelectron, it ejects the electron from its surface due to the phenomena of photoelectric effect. So this plate is called ejecting plate. And second plate, metal plate B. What is the role of this metal plate B? It will collect all the photoelectrons. Okay, what will happen? Ki this plate is ejecting the electrons and this plate B will collect all these electrons. So this metal plate B is called collecting plate. This metal plate B is called collecting plate. So we have two plate A and plate B, which are acts as the two electrodes inside this quartz tube, and we are having a variable voltage जो हमने यहाँ पे लगाया variable voltage, and this is a microammeter. It will sense the current, and this current is called photocurrent. This current is called photocurrent. So this is the experimental demonstration of photoelectric effect. Now we will discuss some laws of photoelectric effect. There are 4 laws. There are 4 laws which we will discuss one by one. First, we will discuss 4 laws of photoelectric effect. तो law first is, अभी दिख रहा है सभी को इधर से? इधर तो कोई रिफ्लेक्शन नहीं आ रही है? Yes, students. तो law first is, for every metal surface, we require a minimum frequency, which I discussed already. We require a minimum frequency, and that frequency is called threshold frequency. This frequency is called threshold frequency. And if this frequency is less than, if this frequency is frequency of incident radiation is less than if this frequency is less than the frequency of threshold value, then there is no phenomena of photoelectric effect. And if frequency is greater than this threshold value, then photoelectric effect will take place. And if I talk about intensity, what about intensity? Because यहाँ पे जो हम light fall करे, it will have some frequency as well as intensity. So that intensity do not take place any role. कि we can have large intensity भी ले सकते हैं, or you can say small value of intensity. There is no counterbalance between the frequency and intensity. If I say कि मैंने intensity को तो बढ़ा दिया, but we have frequency less than threshold value, so in that case we don't have any photoelectric effect. And suppose मैंने कहा कि हमारे पास intensity बहुत ज़्यादा है incident radiation का, but it has small value of frequency less than threshold value. So in that case there is no ejection of electron from that metal surface. So what I am saying here कि intensity do not play any role for the ejection of electron from this metal surface. Only frequency plays a role. If frequency is less than threshold value, we don't have any phenomena of photoelectric effect. So this is law first. Second law is about the velocity distribution. Second law is velocity distribution of ejected electron. Second law is regarding the velocity distribution of ejected electron. So in this case, when these electrons are ejected from this metal surface, so it will have a range of frequency, like it will have a velocity distribution curve. It will follow a velocity distribution curve. Like you can say starting from 0 to V maximum. Now question is that on which factor this velocity of this ejected electron will depend. Will it depend upon the frequency, or will it depend upon intensity, or will it depend upon both these factors? So this second law of photoelectric effect says that this velocity depends upon frequency of incident radiation. Frequency of incident radiation. It do not depend upon the intensity. That velocity of this ejected electron depend upon the frequency of this radiation. जो हम यहाँ पे incident radiations fall करवा रहे हैं of some certain frequency, तो उनकी frequency पे depend करेगा velocity of this ejected electron. It does not depend upon the intensity of the incident radiation. Next point is, this is law second. Third law is photoelectric effect is an instantaneous process. Third law is photoelectric effect is this is an instantaneous process. This is instantaneous process. So what is the meaning of instantaneous here? So instantaneous means there are two types of phenomena is going on during the photoelectric effect. First, this falling of these radiations, and second, ejection of these electrons. We have two phenomena. First is falling of incident radiation, and second is ejection of electron. So these two phenomena in photoelectric effect will occur simultaneously. There is no time lag between these two phenomena, between these two action. कि जैसे ही आपका जो radiations यहाँ पे fall होगी on any metal surface, quickly there is the ejection of electrons from that metal surface. There is no time lag. You can say there is no time lag, or you can say there is no time gap between these two action. Between these two action, it is these two action take place very frequently. That's why we are saying that photoelectric effect is a instantaneous process. There is no lag, time lag between these two action. So this is law third. Law fourth is what about intensity? कि आपके जो intensity is defined as number of ejected electrons per unit area per unit time. This is the intensity, definition of intensity of any radiation, ki how much electrons are ejected per unit area per unit time. So you can say कि जो number of generation of these photoelectrons or you can say photocurrent, it will depend upon the intensity of incident radiation. And it do not depend upon the frequency. तो यहाँ पे जो इंटेंसिटी का जो फैक्टर है, इंटेंसिटी ऑफ इंसिडेंट रेडिएशन के लिए कौन सा पैरामीटर रोल प्ले कर रहा है? दैट इज द जनरेशन ऑफ दिस फोटो इलेक्ट्रॉन. So if we have small value of intensity, then number of ejected electrons per unit area per unit time will be less, and if a high value of intensity, then number of ejected electrons per unit area per unit time will be high. So this does not depend upon the frequency of incident radiation. So these are the four laws which was described theoretically to understand the concept of photoelectric effect. After that, there is a scientist Einstein who gave a mathematical equation to understand the concept of this photoelectric effect. Till now we discussed its theoretical aspects, then experimental demonstration, then different laws. Then after that, there is a mathematical equation. There is a mathematical equation